Hello and welcome back to the Peach State Prime Transformers channel. I'm Warren.
I'm Landon.
And today we're reviewing a very special figure. And if you can't guess who it is by who Landon's holding, I'll hold mine up too because we both got a copy of this figure. So who is this, Landon?
Scourge.
Right, so this is Transformers Cyberworld Scourge. One of the brand new lines for the upcoming second season
Energon Surge.
Transformers Cyberworld Energon Surge, also the second season of the show coming up. The first one just having released its season finale. And this is a really cool figure, so you'll want to stick around as we dive into it here. Dive in because it's a boat. Alright, so we're going to start off our review of Cyberworld Scourge in robot mode here. Let me go up just a little bit because he's kind of tall. So, you know, I knew this was a figure that was coming out, you know, with the official release information and images from Hasbro. And I liked it from the get-go, and then I saw it at Walmart tonight alongside Landon. He was getting one, and I just had to have my own for my collection. This, in terms of Cyberworld toys, this is probably the best we've had so far. Yeah. And the first one that I've personally added to my collection. It's just, and I know this is a term that's thrown around a lot, but it is gorgeous as far as toys go. It's unique, yet it's, you know, homages a classic character. Paint job is awesome. I love the colors.
It could probably be glow in the dark.
Yeah, it almost looks like it should glow in the dark. I'm sure it's black light reflective, so we'll have to test that out in a future video. I'll give you kind of my thoughts, and then I'll let Landon kind of share some of his. So, again, I think it just looks great. Number one, he's a pirate. You see he has a pirate hat on there, an eye patch. Very nautical in appearance with this big old sword. His sail is his, both his shield, and then it's also a cannon on the end there, which is really cool to have that arm mounted, but not like Megatron, not like our classic Megatron or Galvatron that we know from G1. He does have an action feature. If you push down on, I don't know the nautical term, but you push down here, and his chest opens up to reveal kind of a spark kind of looking thing. And it's a skull and crossbones, which is really cool. I can imagine that's probably some sort of like epic weapon or blaster that he has hidden.
We'll figure out what that means in the new season.
Exactly. And, you know, I don't think we've ever had a Transformer that turns into a pirate ship. And we'll show off that mode here in just a little bit. Landon, before I do any comparisons, what are your thoughts on this figure?
I really like it.
You like it? What do you like about it?
Just, like, it's aesthetic.
It's aesthetic? Yeah. That's a big word. So, anyways, I was showing off before. There's his face. So, he does really give off that, you know, that G1 Scourge. So, this is an homage, again, to the classic Scourge, not the Robots in Disguise 2001, you know, repaint of Laser Rod Optimus Prime. This is the true Scourge. And the name fits, and the homage, because, you know, like the Scourge of the Seven Seas. You know, I love the reuse of the name and the character in this unique concept that they have. I guess I should do a 360. I haven't shown you the whole thing. You know, you have a little hollowness back here in the legs and all that, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Articulation isn't bad. There's not any elbow articulation, but you do have knee articulation, which is very stiff, but in a good way. So you can pull off some poses with him. As far as comparisons, now, again, this is an all-new body and concept for Scourge. And I just hit his action feature again. But, you know, I thought it only fitting to show him next to a couple of his predecessors. So, we'll start with the G1 Scourge. So, you know, they're roughly about the same size. This is a big Cyberverse figure. I'm not... Cyber World, excuse me. I'm not sure what the size class is classified as. You know, but he is roughly as tall as the original Scourge. And you see, you know, the homage in the face there with the classic mustache and goatee. And I mean, this figure is only $20 retail, US at Walmart, which is bulkier than any, and I'll show that comparison here in a minute. But anyways, that's him next to his G1 counterpart. Now we get into, you know, Studio Series. This is technically a sweep Studio Series figure, but come on, it's just a lighter colored Scourge Studio Series figure. And you'll see again, you got that classic face there. There's no questioning it. This is Scourge, just all pirated up. One other that I do want to compare him to is, let's go with a modern Studio Series figure that also has some awesome facial hair. This is Kranix. Now, the reason I pulled out Kranix was because, you know, he's a modern day, you know, Studio Series Generations Deluxe Class figure, currently retailing for between $27 and $30. And again, you do have, you know, the fairly, you know, more decent posability, transformation, and paint jobs. However, you get I just want to showcase, you get a lot of figure for $20 with this Cyberworld toy. One that Landon wanted to show off was Scourge here, and I see why. We'll look more at the alt modes, but
it'll make sense in a little bit.
This is Elita 1 here. You see she's quite a bit smaller than Scourge.
That's like the normal size.
Yeah, I mean, this is like your classic Cyberworld toy. We haven't seen how big Scourge is in the show yet, so we don't know if this scale is accurate or not, but, you know, for toys, it's not terrible. Again, just really love. Now, these clear parts here are detachable. You can kind of put them however you want. They're almost like blast effects. They're here, and then they're also around his ankles. And again, they're removable. You can do whatever you want with them. I just think he looks rather cool like this. So I think we'll probably go to the alt mode now. Before we do so, Landon, anything else you want to add?
No.
No? Okay. So I think I will attempt to transform him.
Okay.
Since he is a Cyberworld toy. So, you know, we're kind of stripping him down first of his blast effect type things and weaponry. And he's still a really cool figure. You see, he's very much, you know, he's very much a captain, you know, so no mistaking there. So the first thing we're going to do is just tab his legs together. Might need to turn him around here. Well, Landon, I might be letting you do this because, oh wait, there we go. I still had his one knee bent. People watching at home, I promise, it's not difficult to transform. I'm just having an issue here.
A baby could transform.
Okay, so then you just simply lift up. You want to lift his arms like he's doing the King of the World pose from Titanic. And then just bring his legs up like so. And then you will fold his arms back like that. They'll kind of naturally fall into place. Okay, and there he is right there. You pretty much just send him up. And that's his base mode of, I say base as in basic, you know, that's the pirate ship. Then you got to clip on everything else. So you put on the mast here. I mean, he's not a base like Metroplex, Triptychon, anything like that, but, okay. And then you have the clear purple pieces you can put on as well. I kind of like doing it like this. Now, the instructions do give you, you know, an official placement, and what I'm doing is pretty close to that. But again, it's more personal preference. And you can make it to where another bot rides
Show it back.
on the back here. And I'll let Landon show that off with his in just a minute. Alright, so we got our purple pieces on and the mask. You see that adds a lot. Now, the sword, I love what you do with the sword in this mode. You simply attach it to the front here, and it becomes this big old, like, battering ram sword on the, I believe that's called, what, the mast? Or, I don't know. I'm not a nautical person. But I really, really like this pirate ship mode. It's something unique, never been done, and I think it fits the character rather well. I'm going to get a couple comparisons for us. I'm going to let Landon show how you can have a character actually ride on the back.
Alright, so for a little bit different with these purple pieces, you chose to put them on like the sail. And you grab whatever figure you want. I'm using Alita 1 just because I have her down here. And put their hands on those little pegs. And they're riding Scourge.
So you could use pretty much any Cyberworld toy of that classic size class. Or, you know, if you have any other smaller bots laying around. But one that I do want to show a comparison of, again, going back to the Scourge family, is G1 Scourge. Now, do they look alike at all? No. But, again, Scourge was this, you know, this little spacecraft. And I know some people, way back in the day, some people even mistook them for sea spray. And nowadays, I don't get it, but, you know, when Transformers weren't quite the collector property they were yet, at the time, you know, there was that. And, you know, this being a seafaring or presumably space pirate ship, it works. It's just, it's a fun update to this character. And, you know, speaking of comparisons, Landon's going to show off another one we have here.
That's right. It's Alita 1.
Yep, so Alita 1, you know, Scourge is far from our first, you know, seafaring vessel in Cyberworld. Alita 1 is this little speedboat, and she does have a very simplistic transformation. We're not reviewing her right now, but, you know, by comparison, it's pretty simple. But, you know, you have another one to add to your Cyberworld fleet. So that's, with Scourge, that is. So that's pretty cool.
You could have a Mega Scourge raid with Alita 1.
That's right, you could. You have your, now, you know, what I'd really love to see is if in the show we're going to have the sweeps, you know, his henchmen, you know, you could have a whole armada of ships, which would be really cool that Scourge could be the captain of, or maybe even smaller ones.
And they would take a captive Alita 1.
That's right. So that is the alt mode, and again, I love this Decepticon symbol on the sails there. Just, you know, the only other thing that might have been more perfect is if they added a crossbones behind that Decepticon logo. Now, we have had other pirates in Transformers before, but none that actually outright just turned into a pirate ship like this. And I love this figure just for that reason. Alright, so a few final thoughts on Scourge here. He's awesome. Yeah. I can't say that enough. We both can't say that enough. If you're not really a Cyberworld collector, make this your one Cyberworld toy. We do have a very nautical Soundwave coming out that I have not seen yet. that also might be kind of interesting to add to your collection, but at this point in time, this is one I would not pass up. Yes, it has a simple transformation, which is not a bad thing. I love that. And I mean, it has a little bit of articulation that could be added, but it really gets by without it. You know, and the paint job's awesome for the line. It's more part of what we call the children's line, but you know, it really does have a great paint job. And I mean, even if they were to remake Scourge as this version of Scourge for generations, I think something would be lacking. Like, there's just something magical about this figure, how it looks, how it transforms, how simple it is, and it just pulls it off so great. So I give this an A+. Landon?
I really like it. It's really cool how it turns into a pirate ship, and it is everything. Everything's good with it.
Right. And just, go ahead.
Nothing.
And just like, you know, the rest of Cyberworld, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a fun line, it's a fun show, and I mean, look, a lot of people could get stuck on the lore of why is Scourge a pirate ship, why is there a pirate ship transformer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter any more than a lot of the crossover figures that we have. I mean, what in-universe reason would there really be a Transformers Ecto-1 or upcoming Mystery Machine?
Or a Turtle Van.
Or Turtle Van.
DeLorean.
Or DeLorean. I mean, yes, there's some fiction, you know, comics that went along with that, but it's really just for fun, guys. And I would not pass up this figure just because, oh, it's the children's line. This goes back to what Transformers is all about. Cool robots, cool alt modes, fun transformations that are just enjoyable, and really takes me back to the heyday. I mean, I love my Generations, I love Studio Series, but this goes back to when we just had, like, the days when we just had one main line, and you just picked out the cool figures if you couldn't afford them all, and this is one of those cool figures. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. Of course, we've gushed all over this figure. Can't say enough good things about it. So, we're going to end it there. Again, just want to really thank you for watching this video. Of course, you know, leave a comment. What do you think of this figure? What's your favorite Cyberworld toy if you've been collecting them? Or, you know, the thought of the Transformer toy lines as a whole. Of course, subscribe to the Peach State Prime Transformers channel for more videos like this, as well as other Transformers-related content that, you know, I try to make them fun, you know, and try to make them different. And then, of course, if you did enjoy this video review of Scourge from Cyberworld, please give this video a like here on YouTube. Otherwise, just want to thank you once again very much for taking your time to watch this video. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.